Getting back to those headlines from Block, responding to Hindenburg Research, we are now getting the full statement here where Block says we intend to work with the SEC and explore legal action against Hindenburg Research for the factually inaccurate and misleading report they shared about our Cash App business today. Hindenburg is known for these types of attacks, which are designed solely to allow short sellers to profit from a declined stock price. These words coming directly from the press release from the Block communications department, saying that we are a highly regulated public company with regular disclosures and are confident in our products. Nevertheless, after releasing that statement, you did see Block shares pare some of that earlier loss. They are still down by 18% 2 days, about 13% in the session, but certainly off their session lows. Joining us now to dive into it a little bit more, Bloomberg Sri Natarajan from our finance team. Now, Sri, talk to us about this from the Hindenburg perspective, the allegations at play here.
And it's also interesting what Block, formerly known as Square, is saying about Hindenburg, saying that they're known to do these kinds of maneuvers and to profit off their short sales, because Hindenburg is a name that our audience clearly knows because of the work they've done on names like Adani and Nikola, the electric vehicle company. But over the last 3 years, since 2020, when Bloomberg's analyzed what Hindenburg's done, they have published reports on about 13 names. Those stocks have taken a beating on the day of the report, but 6 months later have still remained lower than that mark. So there's at least some validity to the fact that investors take these reports seriously. And in this case, Nate Anderson and Hindenburg have really gone after Block, not only especially focused on their Cash App, talking about how they have inflated their number of active users, which is at about 51 million. This is an app that gained a lot of popularity sort of in the post-pandemic time, when a lot of these platforms like Venmo and Cash App and others have gained a lot of benefits. But then they're also talking about facilitating fraudsters being used for drug sales and sex trafficking, and the actions that you've seen from states in Massachusetts and Ohio in trying to claw back some of these fraudulent transactions. And then it goes into a number of other areas, including the use of interchange fee, the purchase of Afterpay, the buy now, pay later platform that Block acquired for $29 billion. So it is a wide-ranging report. Investors are clearly taking it to heart. The stock was down as much as 20%. It is still down 13%. And even after Block's rebuttal, we haven't really seen that kind of bounce that one would have hoped after a company puts out a strong statement like that.
And to your point, Sri, this is an interesting choice by Block to have a relatively short response. I mean, you mentioned upwards of 30 companies estimated by Bloomberg since 2020 targeted by Hindenburg. So very clearly putting the ball back in Hindenburg's court. And I guess the other part, and we saw that in the statement, the fact that this company, Block, is saying, look, some of what's being discussed here, a reminder, we are a regulated business.
And not only that, they also say that some of this report is designed to deceive and confuse. So in Block's defense, Hindenburg says that it took them about 2 years to put together this report. We are seeking a comprehensive response from Block in a matter of hours. That is obviously hard, but they are saying that as they say, they are a public company, they're a regulated company. They absolutely are trying to bat back this allegation that their compliance levels have not been great. But there is some compelling arguments made by Hindenburg and Nate Anderson. So in the days to come, in the weeks ahead, we would like to see how Block rebuts all those allegations and the specific details therein.